The Trojan War, one of the most enduring and legendary conflicts in human history. A story that has endured for over 3,000 years. Tales of gods, heroes, betrayal, and destruction. A 10-year siege sparked by the kidnapping of the beautiful Helen and culminating in one of the most famous tricks of all time, the Trojan horse. But behind the myth and poetry lies a deeper question. Was it fact, fiction, or something in between? Or did it really happen? If so, why? Today, let's explore what history, archaeology, and modern scholarship tell us about the true story behind the Trojan War. The earliest and most detailed account of the Trojan War comes from the Iliad, composed around the 8th century BCE by poet Homer. It tells the story of conflict between the Greeks and the people of Troy. The story goes like this. Around the 12th century BCE, Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena were debating who should get the golden apple meant for the fairest goddess. Paris, prince of Troy, picked Aphrodite as the fairest goddess. In exchange, Aphrodite promised him the love of Helen, the most beautiful woman. But there was just a little problem. Helen was already married to Menelaus of Sparta. So, Paris abducted or maybe eloped with Helen, which resulted in her husband convincing his brother Agamemnon to lead an expedition against Troy to retrieve her. Agamemnon was later joined by other heroes, Achilles, Odysseus, Nestor, and Ajax. The expedition led to a war that lasted 10 years. At the end, the Greeks pretended to retrieve, leaving behind a large wooden horse. The Troy people took the surprise get back in the city. However, there was a trick. The horse was the trick. The Greeks hid inside the horse, which helped them attack the city from the inside. They destroyed the city and brought Helen back to her husband. Homer's Iliad was composed about 400 to 500 years after the events it describes. It mostly relied on oral tradition passed down for centuries. Him also including interventions from gods and superhuman heroes makes the authenticity of the story questionable. For centuries, scholars debated whether Troy was a real place. The breakthrough came when, in the 19th century, major excavation by Heinrich Schliemann, a German archaeologist, led to the discovery of ruins corresponding to ancient description of Troy. It discovered ruins of massive defensive walls and evidence of wartime destruction. Later excavations and studies led by other archaeologists uncovered debris and skeletons, making Troy, now known as historic Turkey, a significant Bronze Age city. Scholars now believe that Troy was a real place, and that the ruins could align with the fall of the legendary city. It could be the city described in Homer's tale. This now begs the question, if Troy was a real place, does that mean that the legend was true all this time? Not really. Many historians argue that the war wasn't about an abduction, but economics and power. Troy was a strategic location, near the Dardanelles Strait, controlling access to the trade routes between Aegean and Black Seas. This meant economic privilege and dominance. The Greeks could have wanted to invade Troy to expand their influence over the strategic region. It wasn't uncommon in the late Bronze Age to see city-states fighting over trade and resources. You may wonder, how did we get the horse though? Why the giant horse? Was it just to make the story interesting and epic? Maybe, maybe not. One theory is that the horse was a battering ram or siege engine. Another theory is that the horse could have been an earthquake that destroyed the city from within. If you remember, the Greek god Poseidon, mostly known for ruling the seas, was also the god of earthquakes and horses. Horses and massive earthquakes could have led to the legend of a giant horse distracting a city from within. He be the judge. Now, regardless of its historicity, The Trojan War's impact is profound, from art, literature, and even philosophy. The story teaches us how myth and history intertwine. Even if part of the story are fictional, they reveal the values, fears, imaginations, and ambitions of ancient societies. Today, Trojan horse is synonymous with a hidden danger, whether it's an ancient trick or modern malware. So, watch out for the Trojan horse. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more fascinating content. Let me know in the comments what another period of history or fact you'd like to learn more about. See you next time.